find all the food ones you're gonna need. Yeah, I make that. I also need a farm for this. This is fuel. Even this will be fuel.
Stuff. So one thing that all right, so let's go ahead and build this thing. I'm building it on survival mode, and I built this kind of a tempo or template of like what it would be in the survival world. So let's say you want to build this entire machine underground. Basically, you would do this exact same steps that I'm doing. So essentially, I have one, two. Oops. Now you're gonna have a tank, and we're gonna place it directly up right here. And what I'm going to do is take a fluid tank, and we're gonna place it just like so. Now we're gonna grab a where is it? A small cogwheel, and we're gonna place it on top of of our power source, so it starts rotating, and we're going to take a, where is it? We're going to take a mechanical pump, and we're going to place one. Now, he placed incorrectly. That's totally fine, because we will fix him in a moment.
Let's just have this for now.
So let's actually fix him really quick by placing it from the top. So he places and he starts spinning, and then we're going to place a basin like this as well. So now it's connected to the bottom, and if we look at it, you can see the arrow. It's going to pull lava from the fluid tank and send it into the bottom of the basin. Now we also have to do one other step, so we're going to go behind it, and we're going to click this on the side, so it's going to be pulling lava into the fluid tank, and we just need to take our item drain and place it right here. Now we're eventually going to place lava into this, but for now I'm going to hold off so it doesn't start using it before we're done building the machine. Now our next step is to take a chute, and we're going to place it off of our mechanical pump. So now our basin connects to our chute, and then we're going to take our chest and we're going to place that underneath. Now next we're going to run up top a couple levels, and we're now at the level where the basin is. We're going to take a hopper. We're going to place it so that it's connected to the basin, and we're going to do this on all three sides right here. Alright, our next step is we're going to grab our millstones, if I can find where to put them. We're going to place them on top of our hoppers, just like that. Now we're also going to take a small cogwheel, and we're going to place it off of the basin so it's connected to these three millstone cogwheel of our hoppers, just like that. Now we're also going to take a small cogwheel, and we're going to place it off of the basin so it's connected to these three millstones, and then we could take a mechanical press and we're going to place it so that the shaft side is facing where our power source is going to be on this side. So then we're just going to grab a shaft. We're going to place it, if I can place it correctly, place it so that it's facing out. We'll take our cogwheels, and let's place 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then we're going to grab a, where is it, a vertical gearbox. Place it like that. It's going to start making all of our cogwheels now spin. And now our next step is that we're going to take our hoppers. We're going to place one on top of here. Vertical gearbox. Place it like that. It's going to start making all of our cogwheels now spin. Where is it, a vertical 4? Like, we're going to place it, if I can place it correctly, place it so that it's facing out. We'll take our cogwheels, and let's place 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then we're going to grab a, where is it, a vertical gearbox. Place it like that. It's going to start making all of our cogwheels now spin. And now our next step is that we're going to take our hoppers. We're going to place one on top of here. We're going to place one like that and one like that so that our items are now transporting in our direction that we would like. Items are now going to place one like that. Our hoppers. We're going to place one on top of here. We're going to place one like that and one like that so that our items are now transporting in our direction that we would like. So all I've done is I've cleared out a little bit more of a space behind here. That should be totally fine, especially if you're building in your regular world. I just realized I didn't have a spot to connect cogwheels. But on top of this hopper, we're going to place another millstone. Place another one here. You're going to see it's not powered, so we're just going to take... take cogwheels and just place 1, 2, 3, and it'll power that one as well for us. So our next step now is we're going to take a shaft right here, place our shaft. Then we're going to take an encased chain drive. Yeah, encased chain drive, and we're going to place it vertically up and down, and just place 1, 2, place another one here. You're going to see it's not powered, so we're just going to take cogwheels and just place 1, 2, 3, and it'll power that one as well for us. So we're just going to place unrolled. I just realized I did a little bit more of a space behind here. That should be that, so that our items are now transporting in our direction that we would like. So all I've done is I've cleared out a little bit more of a space behind here. That should be totally fine, especially if you're building in your regular world. I just realized I didn't have a spot to connect cogwheels. But on top of this hopper, we're going to place another millstone. Place another one here. You're going to see it's not powered, so we're just going to take cogwheels and just place 1, 2, 3, and it'll power that one as well for us. So our next step now is we're going to take a shaft right here, place our shaft. Then we're going to take an encased chain drive. Yeah, encased chain drive. Then we're going to take... Our next step now is we're going to take a shaft right here, place our shaft. Then we're going to take an encased chain drive. Yeah, encased chain drive. Then we're going to take an encased... millstone, have a split like that, take all of our plays 1, 2, 3. Four like that, and then we're gonna grab a where is it, a vertical gearbox, place it like that. It's going to start making all of our cogwheels now. Spin. And now our next step is that we're going to take our hoppers. We're going to place one on top of here. They're now transporting in our direction that we would like. So all I've done is I've cleared out a little bit more of a space behind here. That should be totally fine, especially if you're building in your regular world. I just realized I didn't have a spot to connect cogwheels. But on top of this hopper, we're going to place another millstone. Place another one here. You're going to see it's not powered, so we're just going to take cogwheels and just place 1, 2, 3, and it'll power that one as well for us. So our next step now is we're going to take a shaft right here, place our shaft. Then we're going to take an encased chain drive. Yeah, encased chain drive. We're going to place it vertically up and down, and then these guys are going to go horizontal like that. Now, next up, we're actually going to run downstairs horizontal like that. Now, next up, we're actually going to run downstairs really quick. And let's go over here, because we need to power this downstairs really quick, horizontal like that. Now, next up, we're actually going to run downstairs really quick. And let's go over here because we need to power this mechanical pump. So the best way to do that is if we take a cogwheel like this. We take a cogwheel, whoops, we take a cogwheel like that. And then we're going to take a vertical gearbox and place that. So now it'll start pulling it into our fluid tank. We can even take our lava bucket now and right click it. So now it'll start going into the fluid tank. And then we'll head back up top. All right, so we're back at the top now. So we're going to go ahead and take our 3 mechanical drills. And we're going to place them like this so they start spinning. It's going to collide with the mechanical press, but that's totally fine. That's what we're looking for. Then over here above these small cogwheels, we're going to place a cobblestone stair, place another one, and another one. And we are going to want them to have this little like L shape. Now our next step is we're actually going to take some water buckets, and we're going to place them so that they're inside of... And here spinning. It's going to collide with the mechanical press, but that's totally fine. That's what we're looking for. Then over here above these small cogwheels, we're going to place a cobblestone stair, place another one, and another one. And we are going to want them to have this little like L shape. Now our next step is we're actually going to take some water buckets, and we're going to place them so that they're inside of these stairs like this. Now it's going to flood our machines a little bit, but that is totally fine. And then we can grab some glass, and let's go ahead and place glass right there. Let's place a couple more pieces of glass right there. So now we have our 3 water right here. Now our next step is we're going to place some glass on top of this, on top of there, and on top of there. And then we're going to grab our lava, and we're going to place it right above here. Now it's going to start actually turning all of this into stone. And then the stone's going to go into the mill. On top of this, on top of there, and on top of there. And then we're going to grab our lava, and we're going to place it right above here. Now it's going to start actually turning all of this into stone. And then the stone's going to go into the millstone. And then if we head all the way down to here, we'll see if I can get a good angle. So I've come down to the bottom, and I've gone into creative mode so I could show you. So once they go into this millstone, they end up falling into this basin down here. And then it ends up getting pressed, and it turns into the bottom up of there. Plate our machines a little, place them so that they're L shape. And we are going to want them to have this little like L shape. Now our next step is we're actually going to take some water buckets, and we're going to place them so that they're inside of these stairs like this. Now it's going to flood our machines a little bit, but that is totally fine. And then we can grab some glass, and let's go ahead and place glass right there. Let's place a couple more pieces of glass right there. So now we have our 3 water right here. Now our next step is we're going to place some glass on top of this, on top of there, and on top of there. And then we're going to grab our lava, and we're going to place it right above here. Now it's going to start actually turning all of this into stone. And then the stone's going to go into the millstone. And then if we head all the way down to here, we'll see if I can get a good angle. So I've come down to the bottom, and we're going to place it right above here. Now it's going to start actually turning all of this into stone. And then the stone's going to go into the millstone. And then if we head all the way down to here, we'll see if I can get a good angle. So I've come down to the bottom, and I've gone into creative mode so I could show you. So once they go into this millstone, they end up falling into this basin down here. And then it ends up getting pressed, and it turns into andesite. So that's a nice little automated process. All you need to basically fuel this is lava that you just place into your item train. So if you have a good source of lava, such as the nether, you technically have infinite andesite without having to go mine this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was probably a pretty unique video, but I know andesite is quite difficult to get very early on in the game, or it's quite tedious, I should say. So building an automated system to this is pretty awesome, and you might be seeing on how this can be pretty useful to start automating some other processes and some other ore generation. So definitely subscribe if you're interested in any of that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to part 17 of my Create Mod series. Now today I'm going to show you guys on how to use all of the fluid mechanics inside of the Create Mod. If you enjoy this video, definitely feel free to like, definitely feel free to subscribe. I know this has been a requested video for quite a while now, so anyways, let's hop right into it. So the very first thing that we're going to talk about are the basics. So let's go through a couple basic crafting recipes, and then we'll go to much more advanced machines, of course starting with very basic ones in the beginning. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and craft, so let's grab all of these materials, and a wrench is going to be super helpful in fluids. And I have a creative motor. This is just personally for me so I can power certain devices, but let's go ahead and craft a fluid tank. Now a fluid tank is 2 copper casings, 2 copper nuggets, and a piece of glass, and that creates 2 fluid tanks. So this is a way to store liquids. The next thing we're going to craft is a fluid pipe. So this is just a way to basically transport liquids. So 2 copper sheets and a copper ingot creates 8 of these guys. We're also going to craft a mechanical pump, which is a fluid pipe and a cogwheel. So a mechanical pump is basically a way to pull liquids through pipes. You'll kind of see as we go through our machines. The next thing that we're going to craft is this copper valve handle, which is going to have a use about halfway through this video, but I want to craft it now because this is a very basic, kind of like hand crank type of object that you can craft inside of fluids. So it's 3 copper sheets and an andesite alloy. So right here we have a very basic Create Mod machine. So let's go ahead and run through this. So at the very right side we have a fluid tank right here. So this is going to store our liquid, which are liquids of course water. And we have a hole of water right here connected to some fluid pipes, and then we have a mechanical pump that's of course connected to the fluid tank. So the mechanical pump will allow you to pull liquids through fluid pipes. So fluid pipes alone you cannot just pull liquids through. You need at least a mechanical pump. And then our mechanical pump has a cogwheel which is going to be powered by our creative motor in a few moments. But you can power it between like encased fans, water wheels, absolutely any power source. Now, real quick, I want to show a quick little tip before we get this machine up and running, and that is with fluid tanks and with fluid pipes, you can actually right-click on the side, and it'll make it kind of like a glass side, so you can actually see the liquids flowing through. Same as the fluid tank, you can shut it off, or you can open it up. Super useful for if you're trying to figure out why a machine's not working, you can actually open it up and see if the liquid's even transporting the way that you would like. So I've also written out over here the max range is 16 blocks. Now that is for this mechanical pump. This mechanical pump can only pull liquids from 16 or less blocks away. So if you do have something that's like 17 or more blocks, then you're going to want to have more mechanical pumps than just a single one, maybe halfway through, and that will go ahead and help you out. So let's go ahead and get this machine up and running. So let's go ahead and attach our creative motor right here. And you're going to see our liquid, which is our water, is going to be pulled through the pipes. It's going to be sent into the mechanical pump. And then once it gets here eventually, it's going to be placed right inside the mechanical pump like so. Now, if this is ever not working for you for any type of liquid, you're going to want to look at your mechanical pump. You can see that right here I have an arrow that's pointing at this fluid tank. That means that the liquid is going from this side all the way to this side. If it's rotated like this, it's actually going to be pulling liquids out of the fluid tank and sending it back in, which is, of course, not what we want. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So real quick, let's talk about fluid tanks, because fluid tanks are kind of a unique block inside of the Create Mod. You can actually expand fluid tanks vertically, just like so. So you can see this little 1 by 1 by 3. Or you can actually expand them basically horizontally. So you can see that this is a very flat fluid tank that's made up of 9 fluid tanks. And you can even expand them both vertically and horizontally. So if you want to have very large tanks to hold a ton of lava, a ton of water, a ton of milk, a ton of honey, chocolate, anything like that, you can totally do that by just building them side by side. It's basically like the smeltery inside of Tinker's Construct. So let's say that you have a bucket of a type of liquid, or you have a potion that you would like to go ahead and put inside of a fluid tank. Of course, it's not going to be inside of the ground over there. You don't want to have to build pipes and everything to pull it in. You can actually use an item drain. So let's go ahead and craft one. It's just an iron bar and a copper casing. And we'll go ahead and throw these guys in like so, makes an item drain. And then you can see if I grab, for example, a water bucket and I right click on the item drain, it will place the liquid in here, and then I have a mechanical pump that's now going to pump it right into this fluid tank. You can also do this with water bottles or any type of bottle. You can just right click and it's going to place it right inside the item drain. So you can technically store potions by doing this as well. So that's going to be super useful in the future when we're doing our potion maker video, which will probably be in a couple weeks. You're going to see on how we can actually have multiple potions be brewed for ourselves as well. So we've talked about on how to store our liquids, so let's talk about how we can dispense them, and one way is actually with a spout. Now, a spout just needs a depot or a belt or something underneath, and whenever it sees an item that it can place a liquid inside, it will just place it right inside. So let's go ahead and craft a spout. It's a fluid tank, a piece of dried kelp, and a copper nugget, so we'll craft that really quick, and it turns into a spout. Now, we have a glass bottle right here, so you can kind of see that I'm kind of pushing towards like potion making and stuff like that, but again, it can be even a bucket inside of this. You're going to right click, place it on the depot, or have a conveyor belt bring it in, and it's going to immediately fill it to whatever source block that you have stored inside the spout. So let's get into some more advanced techniques. So we're going to start talking about smart fluid pipes and other ways of transferring multiple liquids through the same exact pipes. Now, the very first one, this is a very bad design, but it's to show you on how this works, is we have a smart fluid pipe, and you can see right now it's attached to only allow lava through. So this is not allowing our water to go from our fluid tank and place it into this hole that we have dug in the ground. So before we go ahead and fix this, let's go ahead and craft one of these guys. It's a brass sheet, a fluid pipe, and an electron tube, so a little bit more expensive, and it turns right into a smart fluid pipe. Now, right now, we have it set to a filter of lava. So think of this exactly like filtering brass funnels. So if we want to have water go through here, we're going to have to change our filter to water. And now you will see there's already water particles going through, that it will eventually get to this pipe, and it will start dispensing it into the ground. So this is a very unique design in order to do this, but this is going to be very useful for much more advanced machines. So let's move on to another way of doing this. Another way of doing this is a fluid valve. So let's go through the crafting recipe. It's a shaft, a fluid pipe, and an iron sheet, and that turns right into a fluid valve. Now, let's walk through what a fluid valve actually does, and let me walk through this system as well. So on the right side, you can see that we have a hole of water that's currently being sucked into the tube and then gets stuck at this fluid valve. Now, on the other side, we have a bunch of lava that's also getting sucked through the tube and it's getting stuck at this fluid valve. So right here, we've created basically like a junction where these two pipes collide, and then we also have a mechanical pump that's sucking the liquid, no matter what liquid it is, this direction, and is going to place it inside of this hole. Now, if we had these fluid valves off, the water and the lava would run into each other, it would cause a bunch of issues, and it'd be very hard to kind of pick which liquid we'd like to use. So with this fluid valve, you can see that our arrows are currently placed so that they're going this direction and not horizontally. So if we right-click on this, shift right-click on this copper valve handle, we can actually send our liquid through, and you'll see it'll go in this direction, and it's going to get stuck right here when it goes in this area because of this fluid valve, and it will get sucked this direction and go down these pipes, so it ends up coming out of the ground. So there you go. You can see that we've now chosen to have lava. So let's shut this guy off. It will immediately stop our lava. And let's say now we want water. So we're just going to shift right-click to go ahead and turn this guy on. And our water is going to start flowing through our tubes. There you go. Now you can see it is going. And it's going to keep moving. Now you're going to see, of course, that we have all of our mechanical pumps powered by cogwheels. I do have a gearbox right here just to save some space. But let's go ahead and look at this a little bit further, because right now this is a pretty labor-intensive way of pulling two different types of liquids. So if you look at this, you can actually see that these fluid valves are powered just like a gearbox. Now, they don't need power. This is a way of just changing direction. And depending on if it's spinning clockwise or counterclockwise, that depends on if the liquid is going through or not. So I'm sure that a couple of you guys are already thinking that you could use gear shifts and stuff like this to actually have this process fully automated to whatever you are looking to do. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is a hose pulley, and this is going to be for pulling large amount of liquids out of an ocean or something along those lines. So let's go through the crafting recipe. It's a copper casing, a shaft, dried kelp, fluid pipe, and a copper sheet. A little bit more expensive, and it turns right into a hose pulley. Now this is going to be super similar to the elevator design that we have done, and that's because this is basically the fluid version of it. So right here, especially if you've watched my elevator video, you're looking at this going, wow, that's the exact design. we have a power source going into a gear shift and a gear shift going into a hose pulley. And of course, the gear shift changes whatever speed is going either clockwise or counterclockwise. So when we flick this lever, it's going to drop the hose pulley into the liquid, send the liquid through these fluid pipes. This mechanical pump's, of course, pumping that liquid, and then send it into this gigantic fluid tank that we have. So let's go ahead and turn this on, and you will see that now our hose pulley is going to be lowered into this liquid. Now, this liquid eventually will be drained completely because this is not a large enough source. But if you do have a large enough source of water, for example, it will be considered infinite, and you will have infinite water for your time in Minecraft. So just to run through, you can see that the liquid is going through the pipes right here, and it's being placed into here. Now, you're going to notice that it's not really making much of a difference here, and that's because this fluid tank is so gigantic, but you can see it's actually pulling because these blocks of water are actually being removed. So if I left this here long enough, there would stop being liquid inside of this hole. So the last machine I want to talk about is a portable fluid interface. Now this is a lot similar to the portable storage interface that I've done in my farming videos. The only difference is it transports liquids. So let's go over the crafting recipe. It's an andesite funnel and a copper casing, and that turns right into a, sorry, I didn't see it, portable fluid interface, just like that. Now, right here we have a really bad design, but this is designed so that I could show you the uses, and then you can incorporate it in whatever design that you are working on. So on our right side, we have a fluid tank attached to a mechanical pump, and we have this lovely spinning device that has lava currently inside and a portable fluid interface on the outside. So let's go ahead and click this guy on, and you will see that now that there are one block in between, that it will actually transfer all of its liquid and place it right into this fluid tank. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what uses is this? It seems pretty useless. This could probably be used for, if you thought about it long enough, for the mining machine that we made several episodes ago. That if we run into water, if we run into lava, that we could just drain it all, throw it into a fluid tank, and then keep mining. So that's something to think about if you want to start upgrading our mining machine. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have to admit, I've already recorded this, uploaded it, and edited it and everything, and put it onto YouTube as scheduled, and I realized my audio corrupted halfway through, so that was a waste of like 3 hours. But anyways, I've re-recorded it, so it'll still be out on Friday. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, please subscribe. I know this was a really requested video. Polart should be releasing a video in the next couple of days, so I'll have his channel linked down below, and then I'll eventually link his video once he releases it, and it's going to be about fluids as well, so I recommend checking it out. You might cover some things that I might have missed. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to part 18 of my Create Mod series. Now today I'm going to go over everything from blaze cakes to chromatic compounds to how do you even get shadow steel and how do you get refined radiance, and then I'm going to go over everything you can craft with those materials. So there's going to be a lot inside this video. If there's anything you don't care about, I've included timestamps throughout this entire video, so just skip over a section if you really don't care about it. But anyways, the very first thing that we are going to talk about is cinder flour. Now, cinder flour is an ingredient for the blaze cake base that allows us to make a blaze cake, which the blaze cake is used in the crafting recipe of the chromatic compound, so it kind of all builds on itself. So the blaze cake base is an egg, a piece of sugar, and a piece of cinder flour inside a mechanical press being pressed into a basin. And then cinder flour is if you take netherrack and put it in crushing wheels, and it creates cinder flour with a percent to create more than one cinder flour. So let's simply grab our netherrack, we'll throw it in our crushing wheels, and it will get crushed right into cinder flour. So throw this guy back in here. And now let's move to our next step, which is our blaze cake base. Now, our blaze cake base, of course, we have our setup with a mechanical press that's powered, with a creative motor, and a basin. So let's go ahead and grab our cinder flour, our sugar, and our egg, and we'll throw all three ingredients right on in here. It's going to come down, it's going to press it, and it's going to press right into our blaze cake base. So now we're ready to craft the blaze cake. Now, right here we have a fluid setup, which is a fluid tank filled with lava that's being pumped with a mechanical pump and placed into a spout. In other words, you need lava inside of the spout, so this is the setup that I currently have. And of course, it's powered by our creative motor and our small cogwheel. Now, if you've never used fluids,
I need more seeds. Right? Yeah, I need more seeds. How much? How much? How much? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I should. This thing can work. It's not bad. Yeah. Should I think about it? Well, oh, child. No, no, no. Do that. Oh, you child. That. I don't know that. Because I don't know what's that. Yeah, see, I got the last. I don't need this. That's it. Wait a second. Something feels out here. No, it is. This much. Possibly waiting me. I'll show you now. Straight. do I have that? But it didn't work also. Does it? So I have enough work to make it useful.
Hello, my friends, and welcome.
So it does somehow this works.
Doing it. We have a lava. I'm going to use the same lava source. I've got a little tiny pump here with a little bit of rotational power.
My sweet Tango, where are you, buddy? Semi-loopy. It's gonna be lots of bends.
Yeah, that's how we did.
About track. Like, hey,
Here, I got to start working on like that one here on the factory. We got the gold ingots and gold sheets both being processed now. They were direct copy of the factory. We got the crane do everything. So we're gonna have the trains coming right through here. I got to start working.
the train track
But
was
it's
like
complex.
super steel. I don't Victoria King.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Hey, automation, baby.
So, hey, Tango. Question.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a question. I'm in bad need of iron ingots. How
You
do I
need-
obtain those?
You need the
Tango!
Chris! But the forest is gone. They gone. Hey, the trees all gone. Mr. Correct. That later. I'll show you what we're going on here. The sand is busy. Everything is made pure alloy from cobble. Everything here is made purely from cobble, and that is incredible. But for real, I cannot tell you how happy I am with this factory. The design of it is working out perfectly. I love that it's just so clean. We're getting 2 processors per little bay here. Everything is lined up just right. You can see I've set all of the capacities at about 50% is when they turn off. For now, because I wanted everything to fill up. I'll probably, load it up to 100% soon. But everything's stopping at 50%. Sand is busy, so sand is catching up right now. There you go, soul sand, another quartz, building up right now. Diorite is the one that is working. I want to show you a couple of these guys. And maybe I'll come back to that later. I'll show you what we're going on here. But we got some great little new engineering devices over here that I'm super proud of. But today's episode is going to focus outside the factory because ZF, where is it? ZF. So I really wish the create base stuff and additions have. This is the rockets we like. Good source rockets. I want to get gunpowder. You're going to get this thing roll. Oh, this have all the tentacle loops. Come on. Check Jason. Everything's right over. Boom. Why canning? Oh. But one out all that blue suits and may bonus. Hey, got the Augs blades here. Blade and let's go. Here we go. Look at that. The clock call. Pretty good. So just meet that. This one work me. Well, I'm gonna definitely have to work. For our other create flying tech with the chippy mason, I put a door with more but this is a little bit the eggs and sea scarter things like you out the right and install us get friends cool reaction before. All right, with the gifts deployed, there's been updates to the factory I showed you guys earlier. Let's go over what we got: the diorite, the andesite, the granite, the red sand, the gold nuggets, and the andesite alloys, all being automated. And some of these are ones that we've done before, but a couple of them are new. I want to start off with the diorite one here. This one is really cool. We're actually using the standard vanilla crafting recipe right here. So you can't use a mixer because it's not a shapeless recipe. Mixers are good for shapeless recipes, but this one, standard mix and pulling the item size. You can see this hopper is here. Well, with a little help, and 2x2 crafters there, and 2x2 crafters right there. And we're using just standard hoppers, pulling the items off the conveyors here. Well, with a little help from a chute there, pushing them on angles on either side. So you can see this hopper is pushing into there, pulling the guys right off. It's just a pile switch. Oh, it kicks, like makes this great. Do this, and we make direct one here for the andesite, the granite, right up there. You see, there's a fan being powered, and what it does is it lifts the items out of the shelf or out of these chest here through the chute up there, and then that's what allows the funnel there to pull it out. So just a different way of lifting items. Waiting on the update. Do over here is going to be the thing that turns the iron nuggets into iron ingots right here. So this is right. It should be, of course, event farm guy and double going down through 9 double. maybe like 10 seconds. Not spinning. That's supposed to spin. Spin harder. Okay, I think I goofed. I had an encased chain drive instead of a vertical gear or vertical. Well, more. How about more now? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There was a temporary backup there. Yeah, the funnel did back up. Oh, okay. It's our definite. Oh wow, this is a bottleneck over here too. Oh, this is a problem too. Half my. What?
You behind? Follow the sound of my voice. Calder.
The back.
Tango.
Huh? What?
You behind? Follow the sound of my voice. Colder, warmer.
Oh, I
Getting
see you.
warmer.
I see you.
Hey!
Hey, how's it going, horseman?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'll come around.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
He has my brass.
Oh, I mean, I didn't think you were actually going to pay up on that, so that's fine.
I'm a man of my word. I say I give you brass, I'll give you brass.
Okay.
I did. Oh.
Do you see?
May I?
Yeah, please.
May I?
Please do. Yeah. Tell me if you think you know what's happening here.
Of course I know what's happening. Let's have a look here. Okay, so you're bringing cobblestone in.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much happening. Oh
There
my
is,
goodness.
yeah.
Okay. All right, you're bringing cobblestone in. You're crushing it with the crushers.
Yep.
You're then sucking out gravel,
Yep.
iron nuggets.
Yep.
Iron nuggets are going into
Smash.
are getting smashed.
That's right.
Yep, into ingots.
Yeah.
Ingots into sheets.
Yeah.
Sheets into sand.
No.
No.
This one changes a little bit. You gotta look out front. See, this is the input on the filter.
Okay. So sometimes gravel will pass through
Exactly.
and come here and get crushed again into sand.
Correct.
Lovely. For concrete, and then sand will go in here for soul sand.
That's right.
Oh.
The chain continues. Yeah.
I'll just hit Alt here and
Oh,
I
you're just
can't.
stealing all my bits. Hey, get out of my toolbox.
it won't let me take them.
Are you serious? I thought
Give me
you
these
could.
vaults.
I thought you could. Oh, I already took all the vaults, so you're vaultless.
That explains that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. It's coming out exactly how I hoped it.
They reading the vault.
Top is static, or we'll put a.
I mean,
Of everything.
I'm gonna make. I'm on a. I made.
Please, come on. Just drop it off at you.
Oh, of course not.
Well, I think that is good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Huge progress. Well, I guess the first one's not processing. Huge progress. And I am so excited. Like, I changed the signs to be percentage based because you get more changes, more updates, and I think it just looks better overall. It's more detail. The signs are honestly the thing. The signs and the placards are the things I'm probably most excited about, and the whole smart factory thing. Yeah, we got 43% of the cobbles stored up in. I think out of some stuff. Let's get and then a couple of it before it cascades on, and this one ingots in the grab get we're across a soul flame. It's crazy if you actually go in here. Watch this. Did you hear it? It like starts playing like this creepy like music and everything, or like this like windy music, like you're being melted or something. I don't know what that is. And then the soul sand goes over here and gets picked up. This one's already filled up. It was so quick. The nether quartz here. We have this filled up with nether quartz here, and again, all we got to do is wash the soul soil. Scar's making wax on. You wash the soul soil to